What's up, guys? So I'm waiting on Katya right now. We're about to head out for the day, take our business with us, which is awesome. I'm sitting in the car right now, and she's on her way out. But I thought I'd shoot this video for you because I just got an email. Someone was asking me. Well, I guess they weren't really asking, but they were kind of just letting me know that they've tried everything. They've been trying every single thing, and they've tried so many different online business opportunities, and they've worked with so many different companies and coaches, and they just haven't been able to figure things out. So they're just gonna take a break and step away from everything. And I think that's great. Honestly, I really thought about it. I think that person's making a smart decision. Do I feel like what I'm presenting is great and will work? Of course, but that's only my own experience, and that's all I can share. So it's different for each person. But the reason that I wanted to shoot this video was to sort of touch on that topic. I think that when a lot of things are going a certain way, people feel like they're stuck and they have to continue on that same path, and because that's just the way that they think it's supposed to work. And a lot of people think about things working in certain ways. They have to be a certain way, and if you change anything, then you can't reach the same results. But that's not true. You have to do it your own way. It's always going to be unique to you. So some of the best advice that I've gotten wasn't the actual advice that I listened to. It was doing the opposite of what the person was telling me to do. I've heard so many different things of what works and how to be successful, how to get in shape, how to accomplish things in life, and how to reach your goals. And I always pay attention. I'm respectful. I listen to the person, because even if what they're doing or saying isn't going to directly help me, in most cases, doing the opposite will. And what I look for is a pattern to see how people are doing things. Because in most cases, if you go against what everyone else is doing, if you follow the opposite advice, or if you try something that no one else is willing to try, there's room for you to find success there. It's really crowded everywhere else where everybody else is. So doing the opposite, in most cases, is what's the right thing to do. So what I'm telling you is to consider doing the opposite of what you've been doing. Do the opposite of what other people are doing. A lot of people for years told me that I had to eat a certain way, I had to avoid certain foods at certain times, that if I wanted to be successful, I was going to have to put my head down and work and fight through the 10 or 15 or 20 years it took to climb the ladder. So much advice that has, been true in some cases for certain people, but it wasn't true for me. It wasn't my reality. And by going against that advice and by doing the opposite of what people were telling me, I was able to find my own success. So this translates into so many areas of life. When it comes to diet, a lot of people, there's so much misinformation out there that people follow that is unfortunately not true. It may have started out true, or there may be some truth to it, but it's not 100% accurate in the way that most people are following it. Same with working out, exercising, doing things to make you happy. A lot of people find happiness in the wrong areas. It's not about money and things. A lot of happiness is within. It starts right here with you on this personal journey of discovering yourself. So if I was to listen to all that other advice, I would be unhappy. I wouldn't be getting into shape. I wouldn't be eating healthy. I wouldn't be reaching new heights in my life. I'd be doing what a lot of people are doing. I'd be spinning my wheels. I'd be stuck. And instead of being where I am right now, I would be searching for something that I don't have. But following someone's advice in certain scenarios, it makes sense. And I'm not telling you to never listen to anybody. But what I'm saying is always consider what the opposite could be. So if someone tells you never to eat carbs at night, don't just settle for the answer. I didn't. I started looking into different things in the bodybuilding industry and people that were studying cancer patients, people who were studying people with diabetes, and all different areas all over. And I was able to see that a lot of the research doesn't really point towards carbs being a bad food to eat in the evening. If anything, it's the opposite. Our insulin actually works against us in the morning. So most people have a lot of information and they share things that they learned from other people. And sometimes people just follow something because it's working for someone else and they don't even understand why. So what I'm challenging you to do right now is to do the opposite. Always look for a way to to go against what everyone else is doing and see if you can understand why they're even doing it to begin with. There's so many examples of this. I mean, Warren Buffett, a great example. He does pretty much the opposite of what everyone else does in the stock market world and even in business in general. And he's been successful for so many years, and he's been successful year after year after year. And what he does is he just doesn't get scared when other people are scared. And he's not too optimistic when people are optimistic. He's kind of on the opposite each time. And that's helped him stay ahead of the game. There's a bunch of other results that I can't think of right now, but the main point is to consider doing the opposite. If you've tried everything, if nothing is working for you, then try doing the opposite of what you've been doing. Switch it up. Do something that doesn't make any sense, or at least research something that doesn't seem to make any sense. Elon Musk, he created everything that he's done pretty much has been by going against what everyone else has said is the way to do things. And just because it's been done that way before, just because the engine has ran on gas, doesn't mean that it's the only way for it to work. And that's just a great example of exactly what I'm saying here. So there are things that will help you if you follow them to a T, but in some cases you need to do your own research, and you've got to be willing to explore what the opposite outcome would be like, at least enough to see if that is what's working or will work for you in the future. So my whole point in shooting this video is really just to help you get outside of your brain for a second and start thinking about how if you do something that's opposite of what everyone else is telling you, you may be able to find success, and you might be able to find the result that you're after. Because if you keep doing what everyone else is doing and you're not getting any results right now, then you're more than likely not going to get them in the future. If you've tried something that was the complete opposite of what someone else was telling you to do, like I did with carbs at night, and found that there really isn't too much evidence that says that we can't have carbs. If you've had an example like that in your life, definitely share that. We always want to learn new things, and I'm sure everyone would appreciate hearing that. If there's something that you've been working on for a long time and you've been taking the same approach, definitely share that too. And as always, if there's anything you want to see in these videos, please comment below. I do want to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next video.